Have you ever wondered why a simple gaze can be so powerful? It's because the human gaze is an extraordinary tool in our communication arsenal. It's a universal language, transcending borders and dialects, capable of expressing a multitude of emotions, intentions, and connections. When we engage in eye contact, we are not just looking at another person, we're establishing a direct, intimate link with them, communicating sincerity, confidence, and authenticity. This silent conversation can foster trust and mutual understanding, making our interactions more meaningful and impactful. In fact, research underscores the importance of eye contact, linking it to perceived competence, trustworthiness, and likability. Whether it's a professional meeting or a personal relationship, the power of our gaze plays a pivotal role in shaping impressions. So the next time you lock eyes with someone, remember, you're not just looking, you're communicating. Indeed, a gaze can speak volumes even in silence. Just as words form sentences, different types of gazes convey diverse emotions and intentions. Let's delve into this language of gazes, a silent dialogue that speaks volumes about our feelings and thoughts. Firstly, we have the affectionate gaze. Imagine a soft, warm look that you exchange with someone you deeply care about. This gaze is a heartfelt expression of love and intimacy. It's the tender glance shared between close friends, family members, and romantic partners. It's a silent whisper of comfort that says, "I care about you." Next, there's the assertive gaze. Characterized by direct and strong eye contact, it's a gaze that resonates with confidence, determination, and authority. This gaze is your ally in professional settings or situations where you need to assert yourself. It's a silent proclamation that declares, "I am confident and I mean business." Then we have the nervous gaze. This gaze is marked by frequent breaks in eye contact and avoidance. It's a visual representation of anxiety, discomfort, or insecurity. It's that uneasy look you might give in unfamiliar or high-pressure situations. It's a silent plea that murmurs, "I'm feeling uneasy." Following this, we encounter the aversion gaze. This gaze involves intentional avoidance of eye contact, signaling disinterest, disagreement, or a desire to disengage. This gaze can be a critical cue in social interactions, helping gauge the other person's receptiveness. It's a silent signal that hints, "I'd rather not engage." Lastly, there's the playful gaze. With a light and joyful expression, this gaze conveys playfulness, humor, or shared enjoyment. It's the cheeky glance you share in friendly and relaxed social interactions. It's a silent giggle that teases, "Let's have some fun." In the dance of gazes, every glance tells a story. Each gaze is a word, a phrase, a sentence in the silent conversation we engage in every day. Through understanding this language of gazes, we can better comprehend the unspoken emotions and intentions that add depth to our interactions and connections. So the next time you engage in the silent dance of gazes, remember, your eyes are not just windows to your soul, but also eloquent speakers of your heart's language. Communication is not just about words. Our eyes can do the talking too. Eyes, those profound orbs of insight, have a language all their own. A language that can be harnessed to communicate effectively and create meaningful connections. But how do we do this? The first strategy is maintaining eye contact. It's a delicate dance between engagement and respect. Too little can be seen as disinterest or dishonesty. Too much can feel intrusive. Striking the right balance is key. It's about acknowledging the other person, showing them you're present and invested in the conversation. Next, we mirror the other person's gaze. If they're giving you a direct, assertive gaze, reciprocate it. If their gaze is softer, more affectionate, mirror that warmth. This technique, known as mirroring, creates a sense of empathy and understanding, helping to build rapport. Emphasizing key points through intentional eye contact can also be a powerful tool. Want to drive home an important point? Hold their gaze. It's like underlining a sentence in a book. It says, "This is important, I want you to remember this." Then we have cultural norms. In some cultures, direct eye contact is a sign of respect. In others, it can be seen as confrontational. Being aware of these differences and adapting your gaze accordingly demonstrates cultural sensitivity and respect. And lastly, we practice active listening through gaze. This is more than just not interrupting. It's about showing through your gaze that you're not just hearing, but truly listening. Giving the speaker your undivided attention, nodding in agreement, or displaying emotions through your eyes are all part of this process. So, whether you're sealing a business deal, comforting a friend, or sparking a romance, your gaze can be your ally. It's a bridge between souls, a silent dialogue that speaks volumes, and mastering this language of the eyes, understanding its nuances and subtleties, can unlock a new dimension of communication. Mastering the language of the eyes can unlock a new dimension of communication. Indeed, when we speak through our eyes, we tap into an ancient and universal form of connection, one that can transcend words and touch hearts. Though they might seem similar, there's a world of difference between seeing and gazing. Seeing is a passive act. It's like sitting in the audience, merely perceiving the world as it unfolds before your eyes. It's a one-way street where information flows from the environment into your perception, but there's no conscious engagement or connection. It's like watching a movie, but not really being part of it. On the other hand, gazing is an intentional act of visual engagement. It's like stepping onto the stage and immersing yourself in the performance. It's a two-way street where you don't just perceive the world, but also engage with it. It's about establishing a connection with the subject, be it a person, an object, or a scene. It's like not just watching the movie, but being a character in it. Gazing is more than just seeing, it's connecting. The human gaze, a silent symphony of emotions, connections, and revelations. It's an orchestra of sincerity, confidence, authenticity, and a myriad of other emotions, all conducted by the maestro of our intentions. Each gaze, be it affectionate, assertive, nervous, aversive, or playful, plays its own unique tune, creating a melody of human interaction that transcends words. The way we harness this power, the way we wield our gazes in communication, is akin to learning the notes of this symphony. It's about striking the right balance, mirroring the gaze of others, and emphasizing key points with intentionality. And let's not forget about the cultural norms and the art of active listening through gaze, adding layers to this complex composition. But are we merely seeing, or are we truly gazing? Remember, gazing is a conscious effort, a deliberate act of connecting, a step beyond merely acknowledging our surroundings. Next time you lock eyes with someone, remember the silent symphony playing out in that moment.